Hi, I'm Jenna Jane. Welcome to my channel where I discuss music, magic, and mindset. In today's video, I'm going to be giving some quick tips and tricks for beginner songwriters. I really wish I had these when I was starting out, so let's get right into it. My first tip is literature, media, like just books and movies, okay? I just have these as examples in my Lana Del Rey moment, don't judge me. A few books that have been inspired by other songs or albums per se, like Pet Sematary by the Ramones was inspired by Pet Sematary by Stephen Hawking. There's even the song by Nirvana, Scentless Apprentice, which was inspired by the book. Perfume, A Story of a Perfect Murder by Patrick Susskind, I believe. The film Kids, the cult film Kids, in 1995. Mac Miller was inspired by that and wrote his album, Kids. Kicking incredibly dope. Yeah. My advice with this is to intake the media in moderation. Don't over consume, because I feel like with the overconsumption, you can kind of lose yourself and lose the context of everything. And if there's more internal going on rather than external, I feel like a lot of whatever message you're trying to come across or put out gets lost in translation just because there's so much going on. So intake in moderation and don't overconsume when doing this tip. My next tip is using RhymeZone to your advantage. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how I use RhymeZone, and yes, there is a right and there is a wrong way. So let me show you. Okay, now that we are in RhymeZone, we are going to use a word. Let's use the word read. We're gonna use, here we go. So red, red, read. Bed, spread, and my tip is not using the rhymes that have 100 on them, because those are exact rhymes. I like to use them if they are like tend, see, send, spend, trend. And you can kind of go through this and get some inspiration, and maybe you'll find another word like begged and you'll do the near rhymes for that word. They kind of get crazy sometimes, like unimpaired, red, you know, but pegged, you know, goes right, but unpaired. I don't know how you would make that work, but you see what I mean. My next tip is don't be afraid to write a bad song. Writing a bad song is better than not writing at all. I want to tell a story that Ed Sheeran says in one of his interviews, where sometimes you gotta write out all the shit water before you get clean. It's like pipes, right? Cleaning out the pipes before you can really get something good.
You view it as a dirty tap. When you switch a dirty tap on, it's going to flow shit water out for a substantial amount of time, and then clean water is going to start flowing, and then you'll get a bit of shit, but as long as it gets out of you, it's fine. So with songs, you're going to write shit songs at the beginning. My songs were terrible. My raps were terrible. Like, I've listened to it the other day, it's awful. But I got it out of me, and the more and more you write, the more and more you experience, and then you start flowing clean water, and songs start getting better and better and better. And when you're on a good streak, you're writing good songs now, and then you're going to write a shit song, and that song is out of you, and you can move on.
And just remember, the greatest songwriters of all time weren't always great. Songwriting is indeed a skill that needs to be honed and crafted and really built. It's kind of a lifestyle in a way. You're always collecting, you're always trying to get a new perspective on something. It's very, very exciting. That is all I have for today, folks. I hope this helped you. If you are wanting more music, magic, and mindset in your life, subscribe and like for more. Thanks for watching.